So we had been hearing, and it came to Omaha
First of
last
all, what is
week.
the subject of this title
It's
called?
this is the live Insidious show.
Insidious.
And I called it Insidious because, well, we'll see
Oh,
why
I
I
was
called it
dying.
Insidious. And so they've been promoting it, that this kind of live
Oh,
experience for
God.
Insidious inside the Red Door. And I'm like, and we actually were thinking about going, but almost all the tickets were
Why not?
sold out for Omaha. And so it was an 80 city tour, and Omaha was stop
Wow.
number two. And so we're
What could
like,
go
and
wrong?
we didn't go, and now we have super regret. So before I read, I'll read the headline. A friend made this link. It says, "Live Insidious show shuts down after stop in Detroit." And then my Facebook friend went to go see it, and he said, "Detroit was show number four of an 80 city tour. Last Wednesday, the show was in Omaha. We were stop number two. Omaha Performing Arts refunded the tickets after massive walkouts and complaints. It was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. Junior high production quality, horribly cheesy writing and acting. I give it zero point 0."
Whoa. That has to be bad, Robert, because most people will sit through crap. They'll resent it afterwards, but
Yeah,
to actually have that many walkouts physically,
yeah.
like I now I have to somebody has to have
We
posted a
have we have such regret for not seeing it because this would have been
right?
so fantastically bad. So Detroit show number four, and they closed down after that. And they have an article, and they're quoting people saying it was kind of a letdown and so forth. But one of my favorite quote is like, "We were surprised when we sat down and there was no set."
So was it like interpretive
I
performance
don't
art?
know. It just, and they said it just wasn't at all what it was advertised as. I was like,
Oh,
what?
I saw that.
And I was like,
It's
oh my God. And I was talking to my sister. I'm like, oh, we should have gone because this would have been so awful and
oh,
memorable. And now it's gone from the world. So
oh God. Well, first of all, it's okay. So Insidious, I imagine I've seen the film. Did they weren't a Broadway show? Like they were that big where that's like
I don't,
logical
and this is not
step?
a Broadway. This is like a traveling
I mean,
experience or something. Yeah.
live stage kind of
Yeah.
performance.
I don't know. It's a very niche,
Yeah.
like what, who is going to this? And it was sold out here in Omaha. So it was like, oh, this must be good.
You would think
Okay.
so.
People, it's like, oh, were you missing out on something? So we may have a friend that's saw. I mean, I could ask my Facebook friend too, but my sister has one of her coworkers was supposed to go see it, so we might try to dig more. But I was like, oh, if we just such regret.
It's so funny that yeah, I know. You'd
And
have
tickets
to
were
want to see that.
expensive. I mean, on here they were talking tickets as high as I was just say
Somebody
for
paid
what you're,
$100, they're
yeah,
saying.
with no set.
I mean, why the maybe it was like the tail wagging the dog where because they're so high and it's
I don't
insidious.
know.
I don't know, but that's
Eh,
somebody had to, there's probably no footage of it either. I mean, you can't really have cell
no,
phones out, so
probably not.
we might
And
never see this
But
miracle.
how do you get that intellectual property and title
That's what I'm
and
wondering.
mess it up so bad?
Yeah.
So,
Well, how did they even get it to begin with? So they obviously gave them the rights. So
yeah,
was it like a producer affiliated with the movies? Like, I don't
I
know.
I do not know, but now my it's
It
kind of
opened in
like,
Arkansas too.
yeah, well, there you go.
I mean, nothing against Arkansas, just a random place.
Yeah, Omaha number two.
Well, Omaha makes more
All these should have
sense.
been your Omaha, Detroit, Arkansas. We're everywhere.
We're we're everywhere.
Oh, but yeah, so I saw that and I'm like, oh my gosh, how wonderful.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
Insidious.
And so, yeah, I wonder if it's been used before. I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
saying it.
oh,
It could have been
it's
used
the
before.
subject of the show.
Uh,
I'm not going to find clips of it, but hopefully some stagehand or something filmed something,
Somebody has to have
a
something.
rehearsal,
It
like
reminded,
something.
yeah, it reminded us because we had my sister and before this came up, we're just talking about was it last year, the year before, the Charlie and the Willy Wonka and the Factory. Remember they had this great
Ugh,
experience or whatever, and then they show it and it's like it is black curtains and blow up mushroom. Like kids got
it's
one
that
jelly bean,
bad.
and yeah, and I was like, we were laughing about that, and then this Insidious thing came up. I'm like, oh, this
Ugh,
is it.
this is it.
We and
This is
we
it.
we missed our shot.
Insidious.